What if the history recorded in our textbooks is nothing more than a fabricated lie? Ancient stone reliefs deep within the silent mountains of Iran are being ignored by modern science. Look closely at the towering walls of Persepolis, where time seems to freeze in isolation. Carved thousands of years ago, these chimerical winged lions possess details defying all natural evolution. Archaeologists call them symbols, yet complex stone grooves suggest a living, breathing blueprint. Ground-penetrating radar revealed massive subterranean vaults directly beneath these carvings, void of human remains. At the gate of all nations, colossal Lamassu structures stare into the void with dead eyes. Beneath massive stone plinths hide forbidden cuneiform inscriptions, shielded forever from public view. Ancient texts whisper of dark blood rituals performed at twilight to appease cosmic entities. At the desolate cliffs of Rostam, a terrifying reptilian entity emerges from the rock. Geological testing indicates the surrounding stone suffered extreme alteration from an unnatural heat source. The flawless mathematical symmetry of this beast completely shatters theories of primitive tools. Further north, at Takibastan, a relief depicts a human-faced eagle holding a geometric disc. The pattern on this stone disc is identical to a modern nuclear reactor core configuration. Did ancient Persian empires establish a dark covenant with entities from the deep cosmic void? Look into the silent abyss of the Zagros Mountains, where anomalies point to pre-human eras. Every massive stone block carries strange, uniform scrape marks left by an unknown force. Modern algorithmic scans prove perfect, intentional architectural alignment of these colossal formations. Deep beneath the sediment of Susa, an unexcavated relief contains geometry-breaking conventional mathematics. The carved scales of this three-headed serpentine entity suggest a forgotten molecular stone technique. Why did ancient carvers risk their lives anchoring these terrifying warnings onto vertical faces? Satellite imagery reveals all 6 major Iranian relief sites form a straight line toward orbit. In the dark shadows of Bishapur, a massive, faceless entity crushes the iron crowns of kings. The stone surface where the face should be remains unnaturally smooth, untouched by time. Local legends whispered of an invisible sovereign commanding the ancient world from absolute silence. In Pasargadae, massive limestone foundations reveal subterranean aqueducts running deeper than modern engineering limits. Thermal sensors detected an inexplicable drop in temperature inside these buried stone channels. No human bones were discovered within these complexes, only micro-deposits of a radioactive mineral. Ancient Persian chronicles abruptly stopped mentioning these specific monolithic sectors out of pure fear. As science stands paralyzed before these giant relics, what terrifying entity waits under the stone? Trace the jagged perimeter of the Alborz Range, where unclassified seismic echoes originate from dead volcanoes. Mineralized ash layers indicate an abrupt, artificial flash freezing of the entire mountain ecosystem. Mainstream mapping labels these caves as volcanic tubes, but radar layouts prove geometric structural corridors. Within the dust layers of Pasargadae, an undisturbed block contains non-Euclidean angles defying engineering. The eroded bas relief portrays an impossible celestial sphere turning upon an axis of black mineral. Why did ancient stonemasons expend immense energy chiseling planetary orbits into dark underwater chambers? Geospatial mapping indicates each ancient Iranian site lines up perfectly with the Orion constellation zenith. Enter the suffocating subterranean vaults of Susa, where a colossal stone seal protects a hollow core. The perimeter of this giant granite plug remains completely pristine, unaffected by tectonic shifts. Cuneiform tablets describe an immortal celestial architect walking through solid stone walls without a trace. Across the desolate Dasht-e Kavir, massive foundations hint at a harbor built where water never existed. Satellite thermal sensors recorded a highly rhythmic heat signature emanating from the deep salt crust. No biological markers were extracted from these sites, only dense traces of heavy isotope elements. The royal inscriptions of Darius the Great completely omit this perimeter, hiding its terrifying existence. As modern technology stumbles blindly, we are forced to confront the dark cosmic creators of our world. Sweep your gaze across empty basalt structures of Western Iran, where magnetic fields corrupt compasses. Every single gigantic stone pillar was pulled from distant quarries through methods defying physical gravity. History textbooks assert these were basic temples, yet radar reveals vast subterranean energy grids below. Beneath shifting sands, near Persepolis, an unmapped stone slab contains a hidden fifth relief. The meticulously carved wings of the monstrous chimera display properties impossible before modern aeronautics. Why did vanished civilizations engrave terrifying, colossal warnings on subterranean surfaces meant to stay dark? Geospatial scanning indicators prove this specific layout matches the trajectory of a deep space signal. Descend into the absolute, cold black silence of Bishapur Cavern, where a faceless monument stands intact. The hard granite surface where a face should be is smoothed down to a molecular level. Ancient cuneiform fragments whisper that this voiceless entity reigned long before the first human walked. Across the vast salt plains of the central desert, massive geometric stone pathways stretch toward the horizon. Advanced thermal imaging detected deep, rhythmic geological pulses vibrating directly beneath these ancient roads. No organic traces were retrieved from these monoliths, only concentrated deposits of rare, non-terrestrial elements. The royal chronicles of the Achaemenid Empire completely scrubbed this sector to prevent widespread panic. As modern science confronts these colossal stone anomalies, we realize we look at a cosmic cage. Observe gargantuan stone platforms anchored on western ridges, where thermal gear records structural heat variations. Every megalithic pillar at this altitude was dragged from distant valleys, eluding modern logistics. While archaeology dismisses these as simple altars, digital mapping reveals an active underground grid. Under heavy silt layers near Persepolis, a hidden stone slab holds the next forbidden carving. The engraved wings of this predator display a mathematical curve mimicking modern high-velocity aeronautics. Why did extinct dynasties carve terrifying warning monuments inside subterranean shafts intended to stay dark? Geospatial telemetry scans indicate the entire regional alignment corresponds with a recurring space radio signal. Descend deep into the freezing black silence of Bishapur Caverns, where a faceless monument remains upright. The dark granite surface where a face should be has a molecular sheen with zero tool marks. Eroded cylinder fragments whisper that this voiceless entity governed the world eons before human lineage. Across the dead salt wastes, gigantic geometric stone roads extend straight toward the dark horizon. Advanced acoustic equipment detected deep, rhythmic sound pulses vibrating beneath these stone causeways. No organic cellular material was gathered from these blocks, only rare extraterrestrial isotopes. The official stone annals of Persian kings thoroughly erased this mountain sector to suppress cosmic truths. As current technology falters before these enormous anomalies, this world is revealed as an ancient prison. Scan the immense cyclopean stone terraces stretching across Bishapur valleys, where instruments record anomalous metrics. Every structural block anchoring this ancient terrace was carved with microtonal precision from miles away. Historians assert these served as defensive watchtowers, but core drilling reveals deep electromagnetic paths. Beneath untouched soil layers of Fars province, an undocumented limestone chamber seals a terrifying artifact. The perfectly incised claws of this carved predator display fusions breaking standard biological evolution. Why did long-forgotten empires expend incredible technical resources carving warnings deep inside pitch-black abysses? Satellite laser telemetry confirms the geographic axes of these 6 reliefs form a parabolic receiving array. Enter the dark, hollowed chambers of Zagros Peaks, where a faceless monolith stands immune to erosion. The heavy basalt stone surface, where a face should be, has a seamless finish with 0 abrasions. Pre-Islamic oral fragments whisper that this voiceless king commanded stars before the moon entered orbit. Across the dead salt flats of the Lut Desert, colossal geometric stone causeways disappear into horizons. Seismic research sensors recorded highly rhythmic underground acoustics vibrating beneath these thoroughfares, defying tectonics. No human skeletal remains were ever found within these chambers, only unknown cosmic isotopes. The historical clay tablets of Susa completely scrubbed this mountainous perimeter, enforcing empire-wide silence. As modern scientific orthodoxy stands powerless before these enigmas, we confront a hidden dark truth. Contemplate monolithic stone staircases embedded into Shushtar cliff walls, where ancient hydrology bypasses modern concepts. Every gigantic masonry block anchoring this water complex was carved with perfect precision into riverbed bedrock. While history defines these canals as simple mills, fluid modeling reveals an advanced hydraulic processor. Beneath heavy mud-silt deposits of the Karun Basin, an unmapped vault isolates a forbidden anomaly. The flawlessly grooved conduits demonstrate distinct mineralized coatings breaking standard archaeological degradation timelines. Why did vanished cultures burn immense energy, carving complex liquid grids inside pitch-black subterranean abysses? Advanced satellite radar tracking confirms the internal flow vectors form a massive interconnected grid. Descend into the chilling air of Lorestan caves, where an immense, highly polished bronze disc sits undisturbed. The heavy alloy surface of this artifact has been leveled to an exact flatness with 0 marks. Pre-Zoroastrian cylinders record that this voiceless mirror channeled stellar positions long before human kingdoms. Across dead stone plateaus of western Khuzestan, colossal geometric rock cuts extend in perfect parallel lines. Subsurface seismic microphones recorded highly rhythmic, low-frequency sound pulses vibrating directly beneath these channels. No human skeletal remains were retrieved from these vaults, only non-terrestrial iron crystals. Imperial rock-cut decrees of Persepolis completely scrubbed this entire geographical perimeter from public record. As modern science stands paralyzed, we must accept that history is built upon a lie. Cast your thoughts into monumental, dark basalt trenches slicing deep through rocky valleys of central Bishapur. Every individual megalithic slab reinforcing this mountain trench system displays cutting precision, shattering historical logic. While modern papers classify these as military lookouts, subsurface radar lines register anomalous energy spikes. Beneath ancient compressed soil profiles of Fars highlands, a subterranean chamber permanently hides the next artifact. The perfectly carved claws of this colossal stone entity display an anatomy bypassing all evolutionary physics. Why did extinct Bronze Age builders burn immense energy engraving terrifying warnings inside dark mountain shafts? Geospatial coordinate triangulation confirms the physical alignment of these 6 reliefs forms a parabolic dish. Descend straight into the heavy, absolute silence of Zagros caves, where a monumental, faceless sculpture looms. The dark, granite face of this massive entity is smoothed down to an unmarred molecular finish. Pre-Islamic oral chronicles darkly whisper that this mute sovereign dictated universal laws before the moon existed. Across the vast salt plains of the burning Lut Desert, monumental causeways stretch toward horizons. Advanced acoustic instruments registered highly rhythmic underground vibrations pulsing directly beneath these pathways. No human skeletal remains were ever uncovered near these megaliths, only concentrated rare cosmic elements. Historical stone inscriptions of the Achaemenid Empire completely scrubbed this mountainous sector from royal maps. As modern science stands frozen before these giant rock cuts, we confront an undeniable cosmic truth. Contemplate the staggering scale of ancient stoneworks near Istakhr, concealing artificial cutting depths shocking researchers. Every single megalithic slab reinforcing this ridge was extracted with mathematical symmetry from granite bedrock. While academic papers label these cuts as rudimentary tests, imaging demonstrates a systematic electromagnetic framework. Beneath heavily weathered limestone layers of central plains, a sealed granite tunnel locks away a terrifying artifact. The perfectly carved dorsal armor of this creature displays intricate cellular ridges breaking biological evolutionary laws. Why did long-extinct masonry guilds burn massive resources etching giant doomsday warnings inside subterranean caverns? Geospatial radar data tracking confirms the internal spatial vectors of these 6 sites align with voids. Descend straight into the heavy, absolute silence of Susa ruins, where an immense obsidian seal sits unmoved. The mineralized crystalline face of this massive stone barrier is leveled to a molecular finish. Pre-Zoroastrian cylinder chronicles record that this silent monument anchored continental rotation long before humans walked. Across vast salt plains of eastern plateaus, colossal parallel geometric rock cuts extend toward horizons. Subsurface acoustic sensors recorded highly rhythmic, low-frequency sound pulses vibrating deep beneath these stone thoroughfares. No human skeletal remains were ever recovered within these crypts, only dense, non-terrestrial isotopes. The official stone annals of ancient Persian empires completely scrubbed this mountainous perimeter from public sight. As modern scientific orthodoxy stands completely paralyzed, we confront an undeniable cosmic truth hidden in stone. Contemplate the gargantuan ancient mountain fortresses of Iran, where tectonic faults conceal mathematical alignment patterns. Every individual cyclopean stone block reinforcing this highland grid was pulled from distant quarries inexplicably. Academic institutions assert these foundations served as military storage, but radar registers deep electromagnetic conduits. Deep beneath heavy, untouched sand strata near Susa mounds, a sealed chamber locks the final artifact. This documentary is for education only, based on real sources, but theories are not facts.